management, or advertisers. What's going on, everybody? This is Soldier Hard, and welcome to the American Warrior Radio. 1300 on your AM dial.
You loud enough?
MEL and online at 1300.
Number 2.
Sponsored by
A little more. A little up.
Welcome to another exciting edition of American Warrior Radio, the place to be for news, notes, interviews, and current events for all issues military and veteran related. If you or someone you know has ever worn the uniform of the U.S. Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, or National Guard or Reserves, you've come to the right place. American Warrior Radio, right here on the Talk to Me station, AM 1300 WMEL, and folks, we are online worldwide at 1300WMEL.com, and as always, this program is sponsored by AVET Project. People, this program is all about supporting our troops and their families, both past and present. So please, get comfortable, grab a nice beverage, and don't forget a pen and paper, because Glenn and I are always efforting to bring you important information that you can use and share with others. With that said, let's roll down the runway and get this show off the ground. You all know me. I'm Garen Cohn. I'm an Air Force veteran, a retired legal advocate for veterans, and founder of AVET Project. However, I never fly through the airwaves alone.
Good morning. I'm Glenn McGuffey, and I'm retired from the Air Force, and I'm also the retired manager of the Brevard County Veteran Services team, and I was honored to serve there, our veterans and their eligible family members for 22 plus years, and I retired, gosh, it's been a year and a half ago now. Time flies. It's also the middle of February and Valentine's Day, so we want to wish everybody out there a happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
Both men and women, happy Valentine's Day.
That's right. I hope y'all bought a nice little gift or some gesture of love for your significant other.
And I hope you're better than me. I did and left it in the car, so when I woke up I had a gift, but oops.
Well, the car wasn't too far off, right, Glenn?
Well, true, but it was like, oh, you went and got it after I gave you a gift.
Well, happy Valentine's, everybody. We've got an awesome episode of American Warrior Radio, as always, and we want to kick things off with a new and fresh segment here on AWR, American Warrior Radio. It is Journey of the Spirit, and we're privileged and really honored to have AVET Project's Director of Counseling, Joanne Ivins, join us with this segment. So, Vince, if you can cue the music. On the line with us right now is Joanne Ivins, AVET Project's Director of Counseling. How are you this morning, Joanne?
I'm great. How about you?
Doing great. Happy Valentine's Day.
Thank you, you too.
Well, tell us, I know you've got a lot to share, especially on a day like today when people that have somebody special are thinking about them in unique ways. You should think this way throughout the year, but share with us a little bit about what Valentine's Day means to you and how a person can express that love to another.
Okay, well, what I wanted to introduce myself as, I am an elder in the Muskogee Creek Nation, and a lot of our tradition is love, and it's all about peace, and it's about joy, and it's about the earth, and it's about nature. So today, when I think about everybody, I think about how we need to share what's out there for us, the beauty, because everybody gets wrapped up in mechanical things and other things besides what the earth
And like you said, going out there, if nothing else, enjoying what Mother Earth has to offer us on a daily basis, and just be blessed that we live in such a awesome country, the finest the world's ever known.
Yes, and it's so important to know and honor and love the self, because peace and joy comes from within. And so when we're always trying to get someone to help us fill ourselves up, we have to understand that we have to fill ourselves up and realize that we're beautiful. Our spirit's beautiful. And that we need to find the joy in that, and the joy in sharing and being who we are. And it's so wonderful that we have people like you and everyone that helps and shares, every day of your life you're sharing. And so it's not about just being, when I say honoring the self, people are like, oh, that's being selfish, but it isn't true. It's honoring the self.
Well, and that's an old expression. You have to be able to take care of yourself before you can take care of others.
Right. And I want to just say, in our tradition, we had what we called our warriors that would go out and they would protect us and fight for us, and we always honored them. And so I want to honor our warriors of today, our men and women that go out and protect us and honor us with their presence somewhere else. And I know it's hard because so many of them go out and are deployed and they leave their families, but the family could just realize that they're honoring them when they do that they're going out to protect them because they love them, because that's what it's about, is bringing peace to our country, our tribe, what I call our tribe, which is all of the family, friends, relatives, everybody that's involved. They're there protecting you.
Well, and Joanne, if we can step back for just a moment, because you did note, and this information is available on AVET Project's website, a little biographical sketch of you and your qualifications, because you are a certified hypnotherapist. You have a certificate from the Center for Deployed Psychology, so you know what you're talking about. But stepping back a moment and speak about how Native American culture really has a whole lot to offer, not in the religiosity aspect, but in the appreciation of our natural world and our brothers and sisters, yes?
Yes, it's all about family. It's all about, and family doesn't mean just blood. Family in the tradition is those you love, those that love you, those that are protecting you or helping you or whatever. That's family. And so we all have that. And sometimes in this day, people don't, oh, it's only blood and they're the only ones that care about us. But that's not true. There's so many people out there we meet every day that are trying to help each other. And one of the strongest things that anyone can ever do is ask for help. That's the strongest, because then you're honoring the self. Because, and we all, if you could understand that we are not alone, we are never alone. And a lot of times I know that people feel that way, but it's not true. And of course I'm spiritual, and so I know that Spirit's always with me, it's always with you, that you're guided, that you're protected, that you're held in honor, in spirit, and that if you can understand how beautiful that is, and how to understand that is to go out into the world and look at the beauty of the world, not the ugliness, but the beauty, because it overshadows anything that's the darkness. And it's so amazing how it can change the energy of you by going out and just standing on Mother Earth. It's healing. And to lift your arms up towards the sky lifts the whole spirit. And just to breathe and breathe deep into your body and appreciate who you are and to honor who you are and be at peace. And everybody's, oh yeah, that's easy for you to say, but it's really not. I mean, I've gone through lots of things too. And you have to work at it. It's not that, oh, it's just there, but it's there if you seek it.
Yeah, those are some great advices, and that's what I was hoping you would touch on today in the program about things that the veterans and their families can do to help themselves. And I think excellent points you made there was to be willing to ask for help, whether it be some kind of post-traumatic stress disorder issues that you're having, depression, or some of the symptoms of post-traumatic stress disorder like alcoholism. You can't get started on getting some kind of relief, if you will, if you don't if you're not willing to ask for help. And I just wondered if you've got some more like tips from Hazel, I don't, on some other things that veterans and their families who are experiencing issues, problems, if you will, can do for themselves if they'll just do it to get on a path of recovery.
Yes, and sometimes we don't realize that there's people right there wanting to help you, because sometimes when we go along, we don't look. We just look within. And I know a lot of times when I start feeling sorry for myself, I actually talk to myself and go, oh, quit it. And I say, get out of the house. One of the things is to move. You have to move your body from that energy of being depressed and go out and do something like, if you don't have anything you can go very far, I walk around or I go visit people or I'll call up someone, and it's just communicating. It's not just staying there in that sorrow or that feeling of despair. Because if you sit there, the longer you sit there, the more you get into it. So you almost have to talk to yourself and say, no, I am going to get out of this. And then you go move your body, because the energy of moving helps to change everything. And if you can listen to music, music heals the body. So if you're depressed or you think you're depressed, don't put on this songs that make you more depressed. Put on things that make you move. It's like watching my grandbaby who's only 1 year old. You put on music and her body starts moving.
Excellent. Excellent point. And I just want to throw this out there, that we incorporate this thanks to you and your involvement and your directorship in PR&R, Project Recuperation and Reintegration Retreats for returning combat vets. We have recreational activities which gets them out, gets the warriors out, whether it's fishing or golfing or whatever the situation might be. But also you take the time, and sometimes they're grudgingly involved, or you have to kind of coax them out of their shell. But you've had in all the past retreats these warriors, these hombres, these tough guys, and some of the gals that are reticent to do it, get up and start moving their body to music, and it's amazing, isn't it?
It is, because it vibrates and actually moves. Music is very healing to the body, because the vibrations are what heals our energy. We're all such, connected to so many things inside the body as energy. And moving it, part of it is moving the negative out and bringing in the joy in. And so that's what part of music is. And like when we go on our retreats, we talk about smells like lavender, or just smell like today there's going to be so many roses around. Go over and sniff some of those roses or whatever flower. They're just beautiful and they heal the body. All of these things are, the body is regenerated by things like that, smell and music and sound and all these things.
So today, being Valentine's Day, they can give flowers to their loved one, they can play a song, they can even go and dance on the kitchen floor. Just enjoy all these different, open up your senses and enjoy all these opportunities to engage your loved one, and also get a little out of your shell and just kind of be comfortable with who you are, who you're with, and that today's a new day and there's always hope. Is that kind of the message?
Yes, that's so true, because, we've all lost someone we love. I've lost all my brothers, I've lost my mother, I've lost my husband, but I have my family, I have my children, I have grandchildren, and so you look for the joy in who you have here, because everyone that's crossed over is in spirit, and they're always with us, always. If you could understand that they're at peace, and that they're always with you. And that brings joy, because when you celebrate, like today when families get together and celebrate, or whenever they celebrate, they're always there. And even when you're sitting there alone and wondering, what should I do? They're there. Because love never ends. It's always there. And so no matter how alone you think you are not. That's the beauty of the world. And if you could just, understand, because there's just so much beauty. To me, I cannot. People say, well, you seem so passive, whatever. I say, yes, because I choose peace. I don't go into negativity. Yes, we all have people that say mean things to us or whatever, and yet I don't acknowledge that, because I don't agree with what they're saying. I don't honor what they're saying, because they're not useful if anyone ever is negative to you. So if you could just remember that and honor yourself and go, I'm sorry you feel that way, but I don't agree with you. I know I'm okay.
That's
so it's just how you feel about yourself is so important.
Well,
It's a day of love, so love yourself.
Oh yeah, excellent point. You know, I hear you saying get out of your funk and get moving, get around, enjoy life. There's a lot of life around you to enjoy, but if you run around with your head down looking at the ground all the time, you're not going to enjoy it. You're not going to see that blue sky or that beautiful lake or the ocean in our case out there. Ha ha ha.
Well, a long time ago, a diamond fell out of my ring, and I went around with my head down looking for it. And my little daughter, who was only 5 at the time, came over and hugged me and says, "Mommy, I can't help you unless you tell me what's wrong." Because she always had my head down, so that means I must be depressed.
That's
So your
cute.
children are watching you. They're watching what you do, and so they want to see the joy in your face, especially when you look at them, or you look at your wife or your husband or your grandmother, whoever. The joy, and start looking at people in joy because that's love. Not just there they are.
Sure, and I just want to throw this out there for spouses that may be listening. If we've got warriors, and I know we do, that are deployed, whether they're in theater over in Afghanistan or at unaccompanied tour places like maybe Wake Island or places in Korea or wherever they might be on the globe, if they would just take a moment, and you're always, I wouldn't say preaching, but you're always suggesting this, Joanne, and that is to take a look around. Absorb, look out there, and just take a minute. And you're always emphasizing breathing and how breathing can calm the spirit and calm the soul. Yes?
Yes, because we have to breathe. Our body goes into stress. Whenever we're stressed out about anything, we breathe really shallow, which is like at the top of your, body going and breathing. But when you're at peace, your body breathes deep down, almost like into your tummy, like you had lungs there. And so when you feel depressed or feel stressed, you need to stop a few minutes and to breathe, because that does calm the body. I never go, I do breathe. No, but sometimes we're breathing too shallow, and then the body goes into stress. We're in stress, and then it brings all everything to bring the body into stress. So that's the most important thing, is to learn to breathe.
Exactly, and I just want to encourage everybody to do that. So what's a simple breathing exercise? Share it with us right now.
Okay, this only takes a minute, and they can do it while they're listening. It's for them to right now close their eyes and just breathe really deep, like you're breathing all the way down into your tummy, like there's lungs there. And breathe really deep in, and then breathe out. And then take another breath, and breathe in, and breathe out. And concentrate on your heart beating. Feel your heart beating. And see your heart beating. Now think of the most beautiful thing you can think of. That short exercise changes all the energy of your body instantly to calm it.
It really does.
Yeah,
I just did it.
I did it too, and it really does.
And I'm glad you share that. You share that on the last Journey of the Spirit segment. And folks, we're talking with Joanne Ivins, AVET Project's Director of Counseling, and this is the Journey of the Spirit segment on American Warrior Radio. And when we say Journey of the Spirit, though, it really is a spiritual thing as opposed to a religious or religiosity-themed thing, right, Joanne?
Yes. We all believe in different things, but we have to believe in the love and joy and peace of what we do, and so we all have to have something. And we all have to, I have this picture of a child praying with his dog right by it, because love is, it doesn't matter who or what you are. Love between humans, animals, whatever, because love is universal. And so when you find your peace and joy, if you need to go to someone to help you, find who it is you trust, who it is that you feel brings you peace, and learn to talk to people, because that helps to talk, to be able to talk and get it out there. And, because we can't just hold it all inside of us. Everybody needs to talk to people, And if you can't find them right away, go outside in this, wherever, day or night, and just breathe like I told you, and just start thinking of all these things, and it's like praying to whoever you believe in or whatever you believe in, and and get it out there, because then you're able to look at it. You're able to, believe it or not, you'll get guidance. You'll get guidance of how to help
That's wonderful, and folks, we're giving you free advice. This isn't advice that, like, go to the doctor, where you got to pay some money for help, or go here and you got to pay some money for help. These are free things. Our favorite word, free. But they are invaluable and reaching a state of peace and harmony within yourself, as Joanne's been talking about. I just think it's wonderful advice, and it's things you can do. And I can look at my life and say, when I did those kind of things, I felt much better, to just kind of sum it all up in a lump sum.
Yeah, and Joanne, you are very well acquainted with warriors and warfighters' family members that are dealing with stress. Okay, stress is kind of it's a word that we use very broadly, but when you start looking at the individuals and how they're affected, simple things like the exercise you gave us just a moment ago really can change their perspective. And as I mentioned, I want everybody to know this and share it, that there's always hope. There's always room for hope, right?
Yes. And I was thinking about all of the men and women in service now that are, some are here, some are deployed, but they're still in the service. And the thing is that when they're together, they have a camaraderie, which is like brother or sisterly love. I mean, it's like another family. And yet when they go, they worry about their family that stays here. And so the family needs to know that they're always in their hearts and they're always with them. And one of the reasons they're going is because of them. And so it's an honoring thing to go, I love you, I'm here for you, I'm always going to be here for you. And a wonderful thing is, too, is that if we can stretch ourselves and be there for other people, because there's so many people that need help that don't have families. If we can understand, what I offer yourself to whatever's happening, and maybe in your town, your community, or if you can find something where you can help. It is like when we do our retreats, like Gary was talking about, some of these, and I call them boys or girls, because I could be their grandparents, some of them, that they don't know how to relax. They're still tense, and they still have all these memories and all these things going on.
Exactly. And Joanne, I have to cut you off there because we're at the bottom of the hour. But folks, this is Joanne Ivins, AVET Project's Director of Counseling, with her Journey of the Spirit segment. Join us every second Saturday for this segment. Thank you so much, Joanne. We'll talk to you again soon.
Congratulations to Dave Ramsey for being inducted into
Are you still on the air? You still on the phone, Joanne?
Broadcasting Hall of Fame. Thank you for supporting the Dave Ramsey Show on this great station.
Joanne, can you still hear me? Hello? He's got his headphones off.
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
Resetting our clock.
She's still on the line? Is she still on the line? Is Joanne... Oh, she's gone now.
No, yeah, she hung up.
Okay, very good.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so...